was a bit of a discussion here at the plate from the assistant coach coming over whether or not I think they're going to call batter interference on the throw attempt maybe from Epling, so that's going to send Knight back to first base.
Now we apologize to those of you out there watching. We had an issue with our camera. When our camera runs out of data, we don't get the recorded part of the game, so we had to delete an event, and we only had about 4 minutes left on our recording. So when we upload this to our YouTube channel later, you guys are going to miss the top of the first inning. We really apologize, but there's nothing we could do about that. So hopefully we're back.
I guess we'll have separate videos. I mean, we could upload that first inning and then.
Yeah, somebody give us a thumbs up if you can see us now. Hopefully you guys can see us.
And that last play was just a mirror image of the one before. Knight took off again, the throw overhead, and now he's back at third after he was sent back to first from the interference.
And a nice curveball there by Ellis, getting Sutton to swing. What did I miss with Pumphrey? Sorry.
It's now a 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Pumphrey. And that'll be strike 3.
Strike on the outside corner. Well, we had 1 and 2. They obviously didn't here. So I guess now 1 and 2 is the count. I don't know what happened with Pumphrey. Knight's over at third. Pumphrey obviously out.
Pumphrey just struck out.
Okay, so a strikeout. Thanks a bunch there, man. I'm trying to get my ducks in a row here.
Knight was on with a walk.
Yep. Okay.
And then went to second on a steal attempt, over to third, and then Pumphrey with the strikeout for out number 1 here, bottom of the first.
And a 1-2 count now to Sutton. We're all good to go as we got the check mark from Shandy White. Appreciate you keeping us informed. We just had a little issue there, so we're back and ready to go here. 1-2 pitch. Boy, a nasty curve, and Ellis smiling at that one. He thought that one just made it over the inside corner.
Yeah, he thought he had that one. It looked like a pretty good pitch. Just stayed inside a bit.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch, and that one swung on and fouled off. As Epling was trying to grab that one before it hit the dirt. 2-2, or the rubber pellets of this turf facility. Man, I tell you, every time I come here, I'm jealous. I'm jelly, as the kids say it these days. Or do they even say that now? Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one rides high and tight. Full count to Sutton. On deck is the cleanup hitter, Aiden Eddy. We're in the bottom of the first, 1-0 Roane County at the moment. And a called ball just low. And Sutton, after behind in the count 1-2, works his way back and works his way onto the base paths. Runners at the corners now here in the bottom of inning number 1, and that'll bring Eddy, who was the catcher in game 1. Now Ellis trying to bait Knight to get off third base. He'll just let Sutton go to second. He was faking the throw out there. Runners now at second and third.
And Doddridge trying to get Ellis to commit to throwing that ball.
First pitch to Eddy popped out of play. Eddy was the catcher in game 1. He is now the left fielder. 0-1 the count as Eddy fouls it off. Oh, 1 pitch. Boy, nasty movement in on the hands. Eddy jammed on that one. 0-2. Second and third, bottom of the first for Doddridge. 1 out for the Raider defense. Ellis rocks and fires. Popped up in the infield. Cole camping underneath it. He'll call off his battery mate Epling for out number 2. So Roane County now 1 out away from getting out of the jam. Quick updates. In the bottom of the 7th inning, it was 7-0 St. Mary's over Roane County, and Roane County now 7-1, a runner on third. And just as I say that, our helpful statistician, I've got to put her on the payroll here in a second. CB, 7-1 the final. St. Mary's defeating Roane County in the 5th place game. for the conference. First pitch, that one drops into the turf. Nice stop, though, by Epling behind the plate on the drop curve from Epling. As Hunter Racy at the plate. Second and third, 2 outs now in the bottom of the first inning. Roane County leading 1-0 in game 2 of our doubleheader. There's the 1-0 pitch. Boy, that one almost caught Racy. 2-0 the count. Ellis quickly into the windup. This one popped up, foul side third, and that one will fly out of play. The count moves to 2-1. Raiders will be action tomorrow. They'll travel to Parkersburg Catholic for a single game, and then they'll finish up the week at Herbert Hoover on Saturday. 2-1 pitch. This one jams the batter Racy. This is going to be a tough play. Scafella's going to have to hustle the throw. Gets it across in time. Nice play by the lefty second baseman, Andrew Scafella, and the Raiders out of the jam with no damage. After one complete, 1-0 Roane County. Raiders to the plate after this. We welcome you back inside the Doddridge County Baseball Facility as we improve to the second inning after one complete. Roane County leading 1-0. Raiders and Cole Ellis out of a jam had runners at second and third with 1 out. A pop fly to the pitcher by Eddie, followed by the ground out on a tough play to Scafella at second. And the Raiders out of the trouble with no damage. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left aboard. To the top of the second we go. Roane County will send 8, 9, and 1 to the plate. Ethan Collins, followed by Ben Greathouse, and then the top of the order in Lane Epling. Again, Collins did not bat in the first game. He was pinch hit for by Russell May. In this game, Shadrach Greathouse, the right fielder, being pinch hit for by Ben Greathouse. As the skies grow a little darker, you can start to see the lights now a little bit more. It's almost dusk. 8 o'clock officially here. This game began at 7:33 officially. So Collins will dig in for the first time today. He'll see the the right-handed thrower, Jacob DeHaven. DeHaven walked a couple of batters. In fact, walked 3 straight batters in that first inning. First pitch to Collins, a little bit upstairs. DeHaven into that labored windup. Swing and a miss. Good cut there by Collins. Just got underneath that low fastball. Collins, one of 8 seniors on this Roane County roster. Gonna hate to see those guys move on, but obviously that's the way life goes. DeHaven rockets one into the front of the plates. 2-1 the count.
Yeah, the good thing with that, we've got a lot of young guys that are coming up that are seeing some pretty significant time.
And just one junior on the roster, and that's Mullen. And then you got sophomores and freshmen. Next pitch, just a little low. 3-1 to Collins. We're in the top of the second inning. Roane County leading 1-0. Doddridge took game 1 10-2. They now have a full 2-game lead on the Raiders in the East. Called strike 2 at the knees, and the count now full to Collins. Haven into the windup. Here comes the payoff pitch. That one misses low. And you'll get speed on the base paths with the senior Ethan Collins.
It's good to get the first base runner up there, see if Roane County can manufacture another run.
And Matt, that is walk number 4 in the first couple of innings for DeHaven. He came in again, striking out 26 but walking 14.
He's obviously had some good defensive backup in his starts.
Ben Greathouse to the plate. He'll look on as DeHaven rifles one in the pellets. 1-0 the counts. Raider batters will have to be choosy here, as you see DeHaven is struggling a bit with his control. They're going to send the runner. Here is the throw from Knight. That is offline. That's going to get into the outfield, but a great backup by the center fielder Jones, and Collins has to stay put, but a good jump after a big lead sends Collins safely into second. So Collins credited with the stolen base. I mentioned the wheels. And Greathouse looked on at ball 2. 2-0 the count. Runner in scoring position in the top of the second for Roane County with no one out. Top of the order, Epling obviously okay after that interesting scare in the first inning. And DeHaven fires one low again. 3-0 the count to Greathouse.
Yeah, we weren't really sure what it was, but he was holding his shoulder, and what was Epling in that first inning. So,
and a take sign coming there as Greathouse will walk back-to-back. Now 5 walks issued by DeHaven. And the top of the order, Epling. Epling reached on an infield hit in the first inning, was replaced by Russell May, who ended up scoring on the walk by Cam Ash with the bases loaded. Roane County able to get just one across with the bases loaded, but they did get that one. At the moment, Epling steps in with runners at first and second. DeHaven from the stretch rifles a fastball down Main Street. 0-1 the count. The pitch, Epling checks his swing, and he's glad he did. That one missing low. Count even at 1 apiece.
Yeah, he thought he was going to have a good one to take a hack at, but nice job, nice bat control. Keep from going around.
DeHaven takes a look back at Collins. He'll come with the pitch. That one hops Knight behind the plate, and Knight's been good so far in the first couple of innings on those low throws, keeping them in front. 2-1 the count to Epling. DeHaven fires one high and away, and that's going to draw a meeting with his battery mates. Just try to check and make sure everything's all right here, as DeHaven has walked the first 2 runners and now is behind Epling 3-1. He walked 3 back-to-back in that first inning that scored the 1 run.
Lane would like to get one he can line out into the outfield.
Definitely a hitter's count here. He can be choosy with this pitch.
And plenty of speed at second in Collins.
Scafella in the on-deck circle awaits. Here comes the 3-1 pitch upstairs, and 3 in a row again to begin the second. And DeHaven here struggling, and that's going to draw a meeting at the mound.
Next batter.
Roane County, again, they'll be in action tomorrow as they'll head to Parkersburg Catholic for a single game. They'll finish off their week on Saturday at Herbert Hoover. Lady Raiders done tonight. They lost to St. Mary's in the 5th place game in the Little Kanawha Conference. They'll be off the rest of the weekend, and they'll get their postseason started next week. Can't believe we're already into sectional tournament play. Today is our final broadcast of the week. I have prior commitments, as does Matt White, so we will be off tomorrow and Friday, and we'll be back in action next Tuesday as the Lady Raiders will begin sectional tournament play. They'll have to travel to Lewis County High School to face off against the Minute Maids. They split the regular season with Lewis County, and they will attempt to start moving through sectional play next Tuesday. We got a new pitcher coming in as DeHaven's day is done early. We'll take a break, and we'll talk about it here in just a minute.
Taking over the mound for the Bulldogs.
A new pitcher here in the top of the second inning for Doddridge County is Jared Jones, the right-handed senior coming in from center field. He and DeHaven will switch places. And DeHaven did not have the stuff here today. He was inconsistent in that first inning, Matt. He walked 3 straight batters in the middle part of that inning. He ended up walking home that first run of the game, and he starts off the second inning walking 3 straight again. So just not his afternoon. And so Jared Jones will be the new pitcher. He'll step in with bases loaded, no one out, and Andrew Scafella to the plate. Scaff flew out to right field, his first plate appearance in the first inning. And Jones fires the first offering, that one missing outside to Scafella.
Jones, 21 strikeouts, 20 walks on the year, 16 earned runs in 15 and 2/3 innings with a 7.15 ERA.
Jones comes back on the outside corner. Fastball swung on and missed. Scafella 1-1 count now. Big inning potential, at least for the Raiders. No one out, bases loaded. Roane County leading 1-0 in game 2. Jones' next offering upstairs. 2-1 to Scaff. Two-one pitch. That one misses away. That gets away from Knight, but he will not be able to. Roane County will not be able to advance runners. Knight quickly back to the backstop. And I get that, Matt. If you're wanting big inning potential, maybe you don't go out of Collins pretty quick over there.
It's kind of dependent on the jump that you could get to.
And again,
he's not taking a very big lead over there either.
It's a 3-1 count as well, so don't run yourself out of an inning. Not going to matter. Scafella rips one up the gut. They will score the 1 run, and the throw coming in quickly to the catcher, but Scafella delivers on the 3-1 RBI single.
Yeah, and just as you say, you don't want to run yourself out of the inning. You got Josh Walton coming up. He had the big 2 RBI double in the first game. And after him, I mean, you've got the meat of your order coming up with bases loaded, so great opportunity.
Walton also flew out to right field back-to-back in that first inning with Scafella. He'll come to the plate with the bases loaded. Here comes a throw over to third. And Ben Greathouse sliding in safely back at the bag. Racy dropped that ball anyway. This inning got started with Collins walking. He stole the base, and then Ben Greathouse walked, followed by Lane Epling, and that was it for DeHaven. Scafella delivered on the single up the middle. First pitch to Walton high and tight. 1-0 the count. Raiders leading 2-0, top of the second. Looking for a split here of the doubleheader. Doddridge took game one 10-2. The pitch, good location, outside corner framed nicely for strike one.
Yeah, that was a nice outside corner pitch. And like I said, good frame job behind the plate.
Jones working from the stretch, comes quickly with it. This one sails inside. Oh, no, called strike. Walton gave that, what?
He gave that jump back. He thought for sure that one was coming in on the belt.
Yeah, Walton's toes are on the front of the white chalk, though. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, and Knight again able to keep it all in front. 2-2 to Walton. Ellis in the on-deck circle. He'd love to get an opportunity to produce here and help his own cause. Here comes the 2-2. That one in the dirt. And again, Knight backhands it. He doesn't hold on, but he keeps it all in front. The count full now to Walton.
Yeah, good job just to knock that one down. That could have been dangerous.
Still no one out here in the top of the second. Bases loaded. Here comes the payoff pitch down the middle. This one's chopped towards second. And that one's going to get under the glove. It looked as if Pumphrey may have stumbled there going over after it, and that is going to score two. And can't really fault Pumphrey. His feet got tangled up, or he got a cleat on the turf, and he just looked like he stumbled when that ball was near him, and it was able to get into the outfield.
Next batter for Roane County, number 17.
Yeah, it was just a hard hit shot. So scores two more. Roane County taking a 4-0 lead. So no outs here in the top of the second.
Runners at the corners, a good start to the game here for the Raiders after that 10-2 loss. And Ellis, a 5-pitch walk in the first inning. Here comes that fake. And the Raiders did it again. Walton's going to try to get into a rundown here, though, and he will not. My goodness. The Raiders fall for the fake to third, throw to first for the second time in 2 games. And you saw Nate White, the assistant coach over there. He's animated anyway, Matt, and he was beside himself. As soon as that started, he was beside himself because he saw Walton take off. You got to make light of it a little bit. That was tough, but that was frustrating, obviously.
Ooh, nice curveball.
Inside corner, just catching the edge there on Ellis. So you still got the runner on third here for Roane County in Scafella, but you have lost Walton, and you got yourself a 0-1 count here to Ellis. Next pitch, curveball ripped right at the shortstop. They're going to come home with the throw. Not in time, as Scafella got a good jump. And Ellis puts it in play. I know he was frustrated because he hit it right at somebody, but hey, you put it in play, you give your team an opportunity to score, and it happened. That was a good clean throw that time by Sutton. It was just so far, Matt, with Scafella having the good leadoff.
Yeah, just a nice jump off of third base. Good aggressive base running. That's okay. Fielder's choice. That'll give Roane County 5-0 lead. Big second inning here, 4 on the board.
You know, much like Doddridge had in that bottom of the sixth in game one, they scored 6 runs to take a 4-2 lead out to 10-2, and that was more than enough as Knight and the defense allowed just 2 runs on 2 base hits, shutting down Roane County in that first game. Braden Mullen, by the way, checking in as a pinch runner for the pitcher Ellis. And Preston Green. First pitch, this one is blooped into very shallow right field. That's going to drop in, but that's going to cause Mullen to have to hustle to second, sliding in just in front of the throw. It got away from Sutton anyway. That was one of those scary plays as Green, who has been hitting the ball all over, finally finds green but not a jersey. He found the turf right in front of the attacking right fielder Tanner Blake.
Yeah, tough play there at second. It had to hold Mullen up to make sure that ball was going to fall to the turf.
What a good hustle play by Mullen to get back out there. Cam Ash walked and scored a run as an RBI in that first inning. He'll swing at the first offering. Jones Laid one over the plate. Healthy cut and foul ball.
Play third baseman, number 10, Cam Ash.
Well, 1-1 the count. 1 out. Runners on first and second. We're still here in the top of the second inning. The Raiders have plated 4. They lead it 5-0. High and tight on the next offering from Jones. Count even 1-1. I'll tell you, we are in broadcaster's heaven right here, Matt. We've got comfy chairs, nice viewing area. We've got lights and we've got heat. I have never been so pampered as a broadcaster. There have been places that have been the immediate opposite of heaven. I'm not going to say it. Y'all know what it is. 2-1 the counts to Ash. The pitch, check swing. That one just missing high and tight. 3-1 now to Ash. At places where we had no coverage, no electricity. Our pets' heads are falling off. Here comes the 3-1 to Ash. Really nice comeback pitch there. Jones fires it over the outside corner. Count full once again to Ash. Second time. Raiders trying to extend this big inning. Here comes the payoff pitch. Ash out in front, pokes it foul. First base side off the end of the bat.
Again, just staying alive in the count.
I seem to be saying that a lot about Ash this year. He really does battle.
Yeah, he really does. He a good eye around the plate, and a good job just to get a bat on something. And
here comes the 3-2. Another one fouled off, and here comes the battle again. We've seen out of Ash, even as a freshman, Matt, he did not swing at a lot of bad pitches as a freshman. I don't think I've seen him swing at a bad pitch this year.
And if he does swing at one that's, a bad pitch, he makes a good swing on it and at least makes contact.
Here comes another 3-2 opportunity, just missing upstairs. Jones wanted that one, man, and he is
close.
Giving a little extra look there at the home plate umpire. That was right around the numbers. That was one of those 50-50 calls. Ash able to draw the walk on 3-2 again, and once again in the inning, Roane County loads them up. Noah Jett popped out to the pitcher, DeHaven, in the first inning. He'll get his second opportunity. First pitch swung on, popped up, foul territory. Knight diving into the foul territory fence. Wow, he almost came up with it. What an effort by Knight as he just crashed into the cage behind home plate and almost grabbed it.
He just sold out for that one, sacrificing the body and the dome because he went head first.
0-1 the count. Jett thanking Knight right there for dropping that one, saying I get one more chance here. Bases jacked, full of Raider runners with 1 out. They've already plated 4 here in the top of the second. They lead 5-0. 0-1 pitch, and Jett flinched but did not swing.
That was another one right up around the numbers. Jones has been really close on some of these pitches.
1-1 the count. Jones fires, and that one missing low. 2-1. Jett, the 9th batter of the inning. Raiders have Ethan Collins, who walked to start this inning, stole a base and scored. He is in the on-deck circle. Jones missing low on this one, now behind in the count, 3-1.
Another good stop there behind the plate by Knight.
Yeah, the combination of Eddie in the first game, Knight in the second, they've been good. Jones from the stretch, the 3-1. Took a little off of that one, Matt, I think, just to make sure he fired a fastball over the plate. He did. And Jett fouls it off, the count full. Mullen, the pinch runner for Ellis at third. Preston Green at second. Cam Ash at first. The payoff pitch. This one popped foul, and the battles continue to rage. Jones sighing there like, what do I got to do to get these guys out?
Yeah, the problem was early in the game, too, when DeHaven was in there. Roane County's just doing a really good job of going deep into the count each at bat.
Here comes another full count pitch, and that time Jones will lose Jett. And Jet will be aboard with the RBI on the walk. Runners will advance. Mullen to home. Green moves on to third. Ash to second. Bases continue to be loaded here in the top of the fifth, and another meeting coming here for Doddridge County. And the question is, will they stick with Jones or will they move him back to center field? It looks like that's going to do it for Jones. And who do we got here? And it looks like Sutton. So the shortstop, Sutton, will be the relief pitcher. We'll check on the rest of the defensive changes after this. Roane County leading 6-0 here in the top of the second with the bases loaded, and Ethan Collins coming to the plate after this. We are in the top of the second inning here in Game 2 of our doubleheader on WVRC, 104.7 FM, WVRCFM.com, streaming audio, and, of course, on our Facebook Live feed. Roane County in the top of the second inning. They have plated 5. They lead 6-0. We've got a new pitcher coming in as Colt Sutton, the sophomore, who's been at shortstop, is now on the bump. That will move Jared Jones back out to center field. It's going to move Aiden Eddy from the outfield over to shortstop, and I believe DeHaven will bump over to left field if I'm not crazy. And it could be.
Well, you are, but I think that's right, though.
Oh, thanks. Ethan Collins, who led off the inning with a walk on a full count, a stolen base and a run scored. He'll look on as Sutton rifles one over the middle for strike one, 0-1 here in the second at bat of the inning for Collins. Boy, Sutton, does he rear up and throw hard or what?
Yeah, just a limited innings pitch, though, 4 2/3, 7 strikes, 7 strikeouts, and 4 walks, and no earned runs.
1-1 pitch. Oh, gosh. Swing and a foul ball that goes right off the arm of the home plate umpire.
That poor guy's taking a beating tonight.
Yeah, he had to.
Took one in the lower extremities in first game. Now he's taking one off the arm.
That was just off the forearm. That was all meat, no bone. 1-2 the counts. That time Sutton misses. I'll tell you one thing I really like about Sutton, Matt. He works fast.
Yeah, he's
about half
wasting. He's maybe 2/3.
2/3 Kucherawi speed?
Maybe.
He's back to.
We'll see if he gets in a rhythm here.
Yeah, he's back to the stretch here quickly. Here comes the 2-2. Called strike 3. And Sutton retires the second out by way of strikeout. That's Collins going down.
Coming to the plate, designated hitter number
I'm going to bring up Ben Greathouse for the second time. He also walked. And that was part of that 5 straight walk. Second inning between DeHaven. And that last one that DeHaven walked was his last batter in Epling, who's on deck. 1-0 the count to Greathouse. Sutton, one hops. Knight, who easily scoops it, backhand. 2-0 the counts. Now Sutton taking a little bit of time here. Back to the rubber. Working from the stretch. Here comes the pitch over the middle. Swing and a miss. And the count now 2-1 to Ben Greathouse.
Got him with that high heat on that last one. Your favorite pitch.
Bases still loaded here with 2 outs in the second. Next one missing upstairs. 3-1 to Greathouse. Nowhere to put him. Got Preston Green at third, Cam Ash at second, Noah Jett at first. Roane County would love to get more if they can. The 3-1 pitch, and that one right over the outside corner. Located nicely, full count to Greathouse.
Yeah, nice delivery on that one.
Sutton comes set from the stretch. The payoff pitch swung on and poked into shallow center field. Jones coming on, just unable to get to it. 1 run will score. And now the ball gets away, and that's going to advance runners. Jett muscles over to third. And out to second now goes Greathouse. Greathouse plates 2, and then they'll move on another runner. So Green comes in to score. Ash comes in to score. And the inning continues with Jett at third and Ben Greathouse with the 2 RBI single, advancing to second on the throw home.
Yeah, got just enough of that one to get it to the outfield, and with 2 outs, runners were moving on contact.
Well, Matt, we mentioned in that first, coming into the second game, he said Roane County has not swung the bats. They swung them and hit the ball all over the field in the first game. They just could not find holes in this great defense for Doddridge. This time, when they are getting their opportunities, they're hitting them where Doddridge defense is not. Epling back to the plate for the second time in the inning. He walked, and he was the last batter that the starter DeHaven faced. Singled and scored in the first inning as well. 1-1 the count to Epling. Next pitch, he fouls it right off of his own leg. And again, we talked about Epling in that first inning when he hit that ball and legged out that single. He was holding his shoulder. There was no contact between he and the first baseman, but something happened where his shoulder was hurt, but he's in.
It's hard to tell. It could have happened on the swing itself, or, sometimes you just stobe yourself.
1-2 pitch. That one missing low. Epling now 2-2. 2 outs. Runners at second and third. We're still in the top of the second. It's a big inning for the Raiders. They've batted around. They've plated 7. They lead 8-0. The pitch. That one sails high and tight. Epling draws a full count. Sutton trying to get out of this inning.
It's been a bit of a combination of walks and then a few timely hits.
3-2 pitch. This one laced into right center field. Jones, though, camping over, and he'll make the easy grab for out number 3. Big inning, though, for the Raiders. They plate 7, and after 1.5, it's 8-0. Raiders with the lead. Moving into the bottom of inning number 2, Roane County, they have really been patient. They have hit the ball throughout this evening in the doubleheader. Unfortunately, in the first game, they were only able to manage 2 hits and 2 runs. Only 2 strikeouts by the starting pitcher Knight, and that's the reason I explain that is that means Roane County was hitting the baseball in the first game. Here in this one, they now have 5 base hits, and they got 4 in the second inning. They batted around the order. It began, though, with DeHaven's control issues. He walked the first 5 batters of the inning. He was pulled for Jones. Jones working the next few batters was able to get an out, but unfortunately he ended up walking a couple of batters in a row as well. And so Sutton, the new pitcher, comes in, strikes out one, gives up the 2 RBI single to Greathouse, and then gets the pop fly out to Jones in center of Epling. But Roane County, 7 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. So the Raider lead after 1.5 is 8-0. But again, you're going to have to face off against the offense of Doddridge, and if you're Cole Ellis, you're cold at this point.
Yeah, you might have wanted to get a couple of extra warm-up pitches in between innings because he's been out there, limited, sitting around, waiting on this one to start.
You'll see 6, 7, 8 here in the bottom of the second. DeHaven leads it off, followed by Jones and then Spatafor. Ellis gets the pitch that he wants here to start the bottom of the second. Fastball missing low. And we're underway in the bottom of the second. That inning, by the way, for Roane County, 32 minutes long. Or that half inning, I should say. Ellis fights back with fastball at the knees. 1-1 now to DeHaven.
Of course, you did have a couple of pitching changes, though. That always takes a little bit of time. Guys getting out there throwing warm-up pitches. Kind of makes it drag along a little bit.
The 1-1 curveball drops right over the zone.
That thing had a ton of movement on it.
We call those the slurves, the drop. Slider curves. 1-2 the count, 2 to DeHaven. Ellis from the windup, the pitch, looking for the outside corner, just missing the edge. 2-2 the count. In game 2 of our doubleheader, Doddridge won game 1 10-2. Roane County currently leading here in game 2 8-0, but we are early in this one. 2-2 pitch, curveball, missing low inside.
A little bit low.
Count now full, 2 to DeHaven.
Yeah, it was a close one, that last one. You gotta love the movement, though.
Here comes the payoff pitch, fastball down the middle. Called strike 3. I think DeHaven might have been looking for off speed and some breaking stuff instead. Ellis rifles the fastball in the inside corner. First strikeout of the game for Cole Ellis. And out number 1 registered. Here comes Jared Jones. Center fielder, pitcher, back to center fielder. His first plate appearance here in game number 2.
And we're all still salty about football season.
Listen, if you're a Roane County football fan, you're never going to get over what Jared Jones did to us. Luckily, it's just one time.
Don't have to see that guy next year.
0-1 the count. This one missing low, 1-1. We get to joke his dad's up here, been with us here the whole broadcast. And what's next for that young man? What's next for him? Work. All I know is it's not running wild on Roane County's defense. That's all I know. Ellis steps off the rubber temporarily. 1-1 the count. The pitch, the fastball, the inside corner, and Jones, he disagreed vehemently with that one. Now he turns to his dugout saying, hey, give me some help here, guys. 1-2 the count to Jones. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Roane County, the big 7-run top. They lead 8-0 in the second game. Here comes the 1-2. Curveball, swing and a miss, and Ellis back-to-back strikeouts. And now Spatafor coming to the plate, the first baseman. Home plate umpire checking on something over at the third base area.
Coming to the plate for the Bulldogs, number 20, first baseman Ian Spatafor.
This will be the first opportunity for Spatafor, and we're still waiting as the home plate umpire is moving over, now coming back. Well, I tell you, he's still limping, Matt, from that first ball game. He took something off of shin, ankle, knee, something that was uncovered. So Spatafor digs in here in the bottom of the second for the first time tonight. First pitch from Ellis, curveball. This one's popped into the night sky. Very shallow right field. Moving over is Greathouse. He won't be able to get it. Spatafor rounding first, heading to second. And then the throw goes a little bit wild, but Spatafor will stay there. My goodness, did you see Greathouse covering room from straight right field all the way to the chalk line? Greathouse dove at the last second, Matt, and I thought he may have made an unbelievable play.
Yeah,
Tremendous effort, nevertheless.
Yeah, really sold out. Definitely the effort was there. Just couldn't quite come up with that one, but, man, he was on his horse trying to get to that one.
So Spatafor ends up with the double. And with 2 outs, a runner in scoring position, Tanner Blake digs in. Looks on at the first pitch over Main Street. 0-1 the count. Ellis drops a curve now. Blake swings and misses. 0-2 quickly. Ellis would love to get out of this with no damage, and the top of the order waiting until the third. From the stretch, the pitch, and a nice piece of hitting as Blake drops the bat just close enough to it to catch a piece. 0-2. Dylan Knight in the on-deck circle.
I'm just so impressed with how the movement on Cole's pitches so far early in this game.
Here comes the 0-2 fastball, just missing. And I believe they're going to call that a little bit low.
Yeah, that's the only thing it could have been, because that definitely caught the outside corner, just
I'm no scientist.
a little bit below the knees.
1-2 the counts.
Lane tried to do a nice frame job on it.
Here comes the 1-2, and Blake,
that one off the hand.
Fouls that one off the hand, and I don't know if that caught his thumb or not. Hopefully, if it did, it caught it off the ricochet and not off of the incoming pitch. Impressive piece of hitting with 2 strikes there by Blake, trying to stay alive here. Ellis from the stretch. The 1-2 pitch, the curveball called strike 3 on the inside corner, and Ellis strikes out the side in the bottom of the second. 8-0 Roane after 2. We move to the third. Roane County to the plate after this. And we welcome you back to Doddridge County High School in the baseball facility. Into the night we go. Game 2 of our doubleheader here on WVRC. Game 1 taken 10-2 by Doddridge right now. Roane County feeling their oats as they plated 7 in the top of the second to add to the 1 they got in the first, and they lead it 8-0 in the bottom of the second. Cole Ellis striking out 3, and he struck out the first 2, DeHaven and Jones, followed by that bloop double by Spatafor in right field. That almost was a spectacular play by the right fielder Shadrach Greathouse, but it didn't take long for Ellis to retire Blake with the strikeout. And we move to the top of the third. Sutton will be the pitcher still. He came in relief of Jones in that big second for Roane County. Jones came in relief of DeHaven in the same inning. For Roane County, we're at 2-3-4. Scafella, Walton, and Ellis ready to come to the plate in the top of the third. Scafella flew out in the first inning and then ripped a single with an RBI in the second. He also scored in the second inning. So for the first time, we'll see Sutton from the windup. First pitch called strike right over the middle of the plate.
And he had a really quick delivery from the stretch, but even in the windup, he's very, a short kick and get the ball over.
Next pitch popped up. That one over our heads here at the booth. Quickly, the count moves to 0-2. And again, Sutton, the shortstop, obviously has a good arm at short. And he throws hard here on the mound. Raiders look like they've got the timing down, though. Here comes the 0-2, and Sutton hangs a curveball over the head of Scafella. 1-2 the counts. Raiders in action tomorrow night at Parkersburg Catholic, Saturday at Hoover. Finally getting some games in. Here comes the 1-2. This one ripped right at the shortstop. And Scafella did not find the hole in the defense that time, as Eddie was standing right there. I give him credit for good contact.
Yeah, it looked there for a second like it was going to be, a line shot, but it just kind of fell right into the breadbasket of Eddie over there at short.
And Josh Walton coming to the plates. He was the player of the game offensively, had that 2 RBI double in game 1, scored the only 2 runs off of his bat in that first one. He's 1 for 2 here. 2 more RBIs on the single in that second inning. Walton having a very nice doubleheader here at the plate. First pitch from Sutton, swing and a foul ball down on the first base side. 0-1 the counts to Walton.
And that one fouled right off a Knight. Got him up under the shoulder.
And Knight's just saying, hey, buddy, I got you behind me there. I know you're tired of getting plunked by ricochets. 0-1 to Walton.
Just taking one for the ump.
Next pitch, this one chopped towards third. Racy takes it on the good hop, rifles it across. Walton has got speed to burn, but a good arm and a perfect throw by Racy to get Walton quickly 2 up, 2 down for Roane County in the bottom or top of the third.
Number 17,
yeah, it was just got a nice clean field off of it. Did Racy, made a nice strong throw. Walton, good hustle though, making it a close play.
So Cole Ellis in for the third time, walked in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the second. He'll look on at a fastball for strike 1. Ellis' pinch runner scoring in that second inning. 0-1 pitch, healthy cut, swing and a miss. Sutton working very efficiently here in the top of the third. 2 outs, no one on. And the 0-2 pitch just a little bit low and inside. 1-2 to Ellis. On deck is Green. We're in the top of the third. Roane County leading 8-0 in game 2. Sutton fires outside this time. Lady Raiders dropped their placement game tonight at the softball facility at Roane County High School. St. Mary's defeating Roane County for 5th place, 7-1. Lady Raiders finishing 6th in the season. Here comes the 2-2, high and tight to Ellis. And the count now full to the cleanup hitter. Our next sports broadcast will be Lady Raider action. Tuesday, they'll travel to Lewis County for sectional tournament play. Full count pitch popped up high into the night sky. And back out of play goes Ellis, 3-2.
Yeah, another one of those guys that'll just battle deep into an at-bat. Great eye around the plate. Great job just making contact.
Here comes the 3-2 pitch upstairs, and Ellis draws the walk after going behind in the count, 1-2. I'm sure we'll get a pinch runner for Cole. And it will be Braden Mullen out of the dugout once again to run for Ellis.
And we're going to get a little meeting at the mound again. Looks like it's going to be a new pitcher.
So the Bulldogs really working the arms here in this second ball game. It will be the 4th pitcher of record. This time it's going to be the 3rd baseman, Hunter Racy. We'll take a break as we get the warm-up pitches for Racy. We'll come back and give you your defensive substitutions and changes. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Roane County leads 8-0. We welcome you back to Doddridge County High School's baseball facility. And we'll have pitcher number 4 into the ball game now for Doddridge. It'll be the third baseman, Hunter Racy. And that will move some other players around once again. Sutton will move back to his position at shortstop. And I believe that will move Aiden Eddy over to second. And that will move DeHaven over to third, I believe. Or no, Pumphrey over to third.
Pumphrey at third, yeah.
So Pumphrey at third. Sutton back to short. Eddy moves to second, and Racy, the pitcher of record now. 8-0 Roane County in the top of the third inning. Preston Green, 1 for 1. Ready to face off. He'll rip the first one, but right at Jones, who comes in quickly and makes the grab for out number 3. Boy, does that young man have wheels. We finish off the top of the third. No damage for the Raiders. They lead it, though, after 2.5 innings, 8-0. Moving into the bottom of inning number 3 here in Game 2 of our doubleheader on WVRC. It is Roane County leading Doddridge County 8-0, a big 7-run second inning, the difference at the moment for this one. And Doddridge took Game 1 10-2 as the Raiders retired in the top of the third. Just one base runner aboard. Ellis made it there with a walk. No damage done, no runs, no hits, no errors, one left on. To the bottom of the third we go, and we will have the top of the order to the plate as Ellis will work against 1, 2, 3 for the second time. Knight, Pumphrey, and Sutton due up first. Dylan Knight started off the game with a 4-pitch walk, and he was stranded at third. Ellis had a very good second inning. He struck out 3, gave up the bloop double to Spatafor. Well, the first pitch here in the third inning in the dirt to Knight, 1-0 the count. It is a cold one here in Doddridge County High School. It was 60, sunny, and breezy when we got here. As soon as that sun started to move down, it got chilly. Ellis into the windup. The 1-0 pitch drops out of the zone again, 2-0.
And hope that it's clear as can be, not a cloud in the sky.
Those are those blue cold kind of nights. Here comes the 2-0 pitch, stays upstairs. Ellis just doesn't like Knight, I guess. He doesn't want to throw him a strike. 4 straight pitches outside the zone the first time, and a 3-0 count here.
There's no way my phone's right. It says 50 degrees out. It's way colder than that.
This time Ellis fights back. 1 over the middle, 3-1. And your phone's behind.
Yeah, must be.
Here comes the 3-1 outside corner, called strike 2 as Ellis battles back and makes it a full count here to the leadoff hitter. Bottom 3, and it's an 8-0 Roane County lead. Ellis having some wardrobe malfunctions out there. Shirt kept coming untucked, and he realized his belt wasn't connected.
So maybe he's been doing like his dad and losing a bunch of weight, and now his belt don't fit.
Full counts. The windup, the pitch, and a swing and a miss, and what a battle back that time by Cole Ellis. And he has now struck out 4 straight Bulldog batters.
Number 7, Dawson Pumphrey.
Very nice battle and comeback there for the first out. Pumphrey now had an interesting first at bat. Batter interference was the call on a steal attempt by Dylan Knight, and Pumphrey was called out in the batter's box. First pitch, chopped foul. And it's an 0-1 count. Lots of movement, lots of drop on that first pitch from Ellis.
Yeah, I just loved that in that second inning. That curveball was really working early in the count, and it got the hitters sitting back and waiting, and then he was just rearing back with the fastballs.
Next pitch stays upstairs as Ellis shows a hanging curve. 1-1 the counts. On deck is Colt Sutton. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Roane County leading 8-0 in game 2 of 2. Doddridge took game 1 10-2. Roane County now 2 games behind in the East. Swing and a miss by Pumphrey. 1-2. Raiders now 5-6, 4-5 in conference. 12-6 Doddridge, 6-3. 1-2 pitch, just missing a little bit low. Count evens at 2-2. Ellis working pretty quickly. I think he's in a groove, Matt.
Maybe he's just getting cold.
That too. 2-2 pitch, curveball drops right under the bat of Pumphrey. Epling tags him just to make sure. And that is 5 in a row going back to the second inning. 5 straight strikeouts for Cole Ellis. Mowing them right down here, and this would be an interesting one if you can get Sutton. That guy's a tough out. Sutton walked on a full count in the first inning. First pitch swung on and missed. 0-1. Sutton spent a little bit of time at the pitcher's mound defensively. Right back to where he is at shortstop. Just a sophomore.
Yeah, and that kid's got one heck of an arm.
Here comes the 0-1. Curveball ripped up the middle. Moving back is Collins, and that's over Ethan's head. That's going to get all the way to the 360 mark. Sutton going to try to head for third. He'll make it over to third, and they will throw home to try to keep him right there. Sutton got enough of that one to get it over the head of Collins, and that thing just continued to roll.
Yeah, I thought Collins was going to be able to make a pretty easy play on that one, and it just sailed. I mean, the thing just kept going.
At the plate, left fielder.
So a 2-out base runner aboard third, and the cleanup hitter Aiden Eddy to the plate. He popped up in the first inning to Ellis, right in front of the pitcher's mound. Ellis fires one outside corner, called strike 1.
Yeah, I just love it when Cole can hit those corners and, you know, keep changing the speeds and changing the locations. It's very effective.
Here comes the 0-1 curveball, called strike at the belt. And again, just so much movement, so much drop on those pitches. If he starts them in the right place, those are very difficult to even make the decision to swing at in that split second. Here comes the 0-2. Another curveball drops right on the inside corner, and for the second straight inning, Cole Ellis has retired the side by strikeouts. 6 straight for the senior right-hander. We move to the fourth. Roane County leading 8-0. We welcome you back to Doddridge County High School's baseball facility. 3 in the books here in game number 2. Roane County leading 8-0. Big 7-run second, the difference in this one. And right now, Cole Ellis, the pitcher, feeling it. He has struck out the last 6 outs in the ball game. He struck out 3 in the second, 3 more in the third. In between that, he gave up the triple to Sutton, but no damage. And into the top of the 4th we go, Cam Ash. And boy, is this kid a battler at the plate.
He just went so deep in the count every time he gets up there. Really a tough out.
Full counts both times his previous 2 at-bats, and he walked both times. Next pitch from Racy, missing inside, 1-1 the count. Trying to go back here to the previous game. And Ash did have a base hit. He worked a 2-2 count his 3rd at-bat, a few pitches in. He's walked 3 times today total. Racy's curveball drops out of the zone here, and it's a 2-1 count to Ash. Raiders here looking for the split of the doubleheader. Try to get back to within 1 game of Doddridge in the East. This pitch from Racy, low and away, 3-1 the count. We're at the 9 o'clock hour officially here. This game now 1 hour and 27 minutes long at the moment. It was that big 33-minute top of the 2nd inning for the Raiders that has made this one a little bit longer. Full count as Racy finds one over the plate. Here comes the payoff pitch, and here we go. Ash fouls one off with a full count. He's had 2 full counts so far in this game. On deck, Noah Jett. Racy strictly from the stretch. The pitch missing upstairs, and my goodness, Cam Ash. He just does not go down without a fight, and he will be walked for the 3rd time in this ball game. Leadoff runner aboard now with Noah Jett. He popped up in the 1st inning to the pitcher, and then had an RBI on a walk in that big 7-run second. First pitch of this at-bat missing inside. 1-0 the counts. Raiders moving on to Parkersburg Catholic tomorrow evening. And they'll finish off the week at Herbert Hoover on Saturday. Healthy cut. Here's a snap throw down. Ash gets back quickly. And a 1-1 count now to Jett, the freshman. We talked about this senior-laden team. 8 seniors will move on, but just 1 junior in Mullen. The rest of this team, sophomores and freshmen. Jett swings and catches a piece behind in the count now, 1-2. And not just sophomores and freshmen that don't play, they're all playing. A lot of them playing significant innings this year.
Yeah, you've had Cumston, Noah Jett, Ian Lance, all those guys getting significant minutes.
Well, called strike on the inside corner as Racy drops the hook on Jett, out number 1. Ethan Collins back to the plate, walked, stole a base, scored a run in the second, his first appearance. Battled a 2-2 count against Sutton, who came in relief for Jones. First pitch missing the zone, 1-0 the count to Collins. In the top of the 4th, 8-0 Raiders. A lot of movement outside at that time, 2-0 the counts. Racy comes with the pitch. This one ripped over the glove. And, boy, a great attempt by Sutton at short. They're going to send the runner, Ash, over to third. Boy, a bold and dangerous move ends up working out for the Raiders. Ash running the bases quite well because that was a shallow shot into left center field.
I didn't think that was – shoo. Yeah, Shoo is right because –
Collins, though, Matt, he really ripped the cover off of that one.
Yeah, it was a hard hit shot. I didn't think it was going to be deep enough to be able to advance the runner, but good hustle around the bases.
So give Collins a single, and then he'll move on to second with the throw over to third. And Raiders now with runners at second and third with one out in the top of the fourth, already leading 8-0. Then Greathouse looks on at the curveball for strike one. Next pitch, swings and misses. Greathouse with that 2 RBI shot. His second plate appearance in the third. He really hit that one hard. He walked the first time and scored in the second. Behind in the count here, though, the 2-0-2 pitch. That one dropped in. And a quick strikeout issued Racy's second of the inning.
It was a big curveball on that pitch. I think really had a ton of break on it. Just fell right over the plate.
Top of the order, Epling. He's 1 for 2 in this second game. A single, a walk, a pair of runs scored. He's got 2 ducks on the pond here. The first pitch gets away from Knight. Ash staying put at third.
That one had a pretty good ricochet back to Knight.
That's one of the few he's been not able to stop.
Yeah, he's been very, very good behind the plate.
1-0 count to Epling. Second, third, top 4 with 2 outs. Roane County up 8-0. And this one misses as well outside. Two 2-0 the counts. On deck is Scafella. Racy from the stretch. 2-0 pitch. That one's going to find the mark on the corner. Inside. And he is really working those corners well in the 2 strikeouts at least.
In particular, that inside corner.
The 2-1 pitch, fastball, and that one popped out of play by Epling, 2-2. Late into the night here in Doddridge County, and we are thankfully up in this beautiful press box with heat. Unfortunately for the fans, they are not. It is 30-some degrees at the moment. The 2-2 pitch, high and tight. Boy, that one almost clipped Epling. And the count full at 3-2. Raiders leading 8-0 in the top of the fourth. Here comes the payoff pitch, and did that clip him in the shoulder? Doesn't matter if it was going to be a ball or a hit by a pitch. So the bases loaded now for Roane County.
Come to the plate. Number 3.
Big opportunity here for Scafella.
Scaff's already got an RBI in this one, a single, his first plate appearance in the second inning. He is 1 for 3. Bases loaded. Lays off the first opportunity. Racy fires one low. 1-0 the count. The bases were loaded twice in the second and now once here in the fourth. This time, though, with 2 outs. Boy, Scaff, a mammoth swing and a miss at that offering. 1-1.
He was trying to find that windshield out in left field.
The pitch, check swing, and that was a strike, and Scaff knew it. 1-2 the count. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Roane County already leading 8-0. Looking for more. 1-2 pitch. Scaff swings, pops it up into the night sky. Moving out into the out into the right field area, and I think that was a smart play there by Aiden Eddy as he'll make the grab, and Roane County blanked in the fourth. To the bottom of the inning we go, 8-0 Roane County. As we move into the bottom of inning number 4, Roane County leading Doddridge in game 2 of our doubleheader. 8-0, a 7-run second for Roane County, the difference at the moment. Raiders had a big threat brewing in the top of the 4th, bases loaded, but that happened with 2 outs, and the 4th pitcher of record for the Bulldogs, Racy, able to get the pop fly out to finish off the inning with no damage, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 Raider runners left aboard. To the bottom of the 4th we go. And Cole Ellis ready to go to work, and he has been feeling it the last 2 innings, 6 strikeouts. 3 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd. He'll see Racy, DeHaven, and Jones to begin the bottom of the 4th.
You can see Cole's pitches the last couple of innings. He's being very, very deliberate with his delivery. He's not overdoing it. It just looks so smooth and, so calm and relaxed out there. It's really fun when he gets on a roll like this.
Well, he's in a bit of a groove. Let's hope he can keep this up. As the night gets later, the innings get later, and it gets colder outside. Racy, this will be the 2nd time he's been to the plate. He grounded out to Scafella to end that 1st inning without any damage, and Ellis calmly rifles a fastball over the plate. He does seem like he is feeling very well from the mound. 0-1 pitch, curveball popped up. This is Scafella moving back just on the edge of the outfield turf, and Scaff makes the grab for out number 1.
Next batter for the Bulldogs, number 17.
So DeHaven will dig in. He was the first of 6 to strike out in a row, 2nd inning. DeHaven struck out looking on a full count curveball. Ellis ready to go to work against DeHaven. First pitch, curveball stays inside. 1-0 the count. DeHaven was the starter here tonight in game 2. He didn't have his best stuff, walked some batters, and ended up being relieved in that 2nd inning. Next pitch, fastball, bell tie down the middle, 1-1. Bulldogs have managed a base hit in the last couple of innings, but that is happening with 2 outs already on the board. So that's a big thing for a pitcher. If you can get ahead in those strikeouts and those outs in an inning, it really makes it a little easier, more comfortable to work. 1-2 to DeHaven. Curveball, this one chopped. This is going to be a tough play. Ash comes in front, sets his feet, rifles it across just in front of DeHaven. What a play by Cam Ash, coming off that Defensive Player of the Game award in Game 1. The big play there was he set his feet and threw a strike.
Yeah, he did a good job just to get to that one quickly. Realized he had that extra little bit of time that he could get set, make a nice strong throw, and got DeHaven by a half step.
Quite a difference than the 5-error first game for this Raider defense. Jared Jones, the center fielder. First pitch, swing and a miss. Jones struck out swinging in the 2nd inning, his first and only appearance. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th, 8-0 Roane County. Looking to salvage a split of the doubleheader. Here's a curveball dropping low. Jones has covered a lot of ground tonight out there in center field in 2 games. Say he got his laps in.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm sure he's got his 10,000 steps in for the day.
He's closed all his circles. 1-1 pitch, missing low on the fastball is Ellis, 2-1. And the thing for Cole is in the last 3 innings of work, he has not worked from behind in a count but 1 time. He's getting out in front of these batters, and that's making a healthy difference. Jones backing out just for a second. Spatafor on deck. 2-1 offering, curveball, drops over the zone. 2-2.
Yeah, you get out in front of hitters like this, and it's just gives you so many options.
And Jones going to call time again real quick here. Ellis was shaking off a couple of signals from Lane Epling. 2-2. Base is empty with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Roane County leading 8-0. Ellis rocks and fires, a swing and a miss, and Ellis, my goodness, is mowing them down. In 3 innings, he has 7 strikeouts and a 1-2-3 inning for the first time in 2 games for the Raiders defensively. To the top of the 5th we go. Roane County leading 8-0. And we welcome you back to the Doddridge County High School baseball facility. Late into the night we go here in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Game 1 was Doddridge 10-2. Bulldogs took a full 2-game lead in the LKC Eastern race. I'm not sure what place it is, but they're 2 games ahead of Roane County. After that 2-2 victory, Roane County had a big 7-run second inning in this one to take an 8-0 lead. Cole Ellis, the starting pitcher, has been masterful in 4 innings of work. He has given up just 2 base hits, and he has struck out now in the last 3 innings at least, 7 of the 9 outs of record. We've got a new pitcher. This will be pitcher number 5 of the evening here in Game 2, as Ian Spatafor comes from first, and he will be on the bump now, and Racy moves back to his position at third. And that's all I got, because the rest of the guys are wearing pullovers. It's freezing out there, and they are all without a number. Yeah, I can't see numbers at all. Now, that's not uncommon for me, but it's normally just because I can't see them.
I can't see numbers right now either, so it's not just you. This, I believe, though, might be Spatafor's first appearance on the hill.
At least for what we have found.
Yeah.
He will see hitters 3, 4, and 5 in the Roane County order. Josh Walton, Cole Ellis, and Preston Green due up here in the top of the 5th. So Spatafor, let me write that down. Okay. Walton first to the plates. He had 2 RBIs on a double in the first game. He's got 2 RBIs on a single in this one. He is 1 for 3. With a single and 2 RBIs. He'll be the first to face Spatafor. First pitch from the senior right-hander is low, 1-0 the counts. Next pitch, this one popped foul out of play. Now I could already tell Spatafor works quickly, so I like that. Apparently I'm not the only one with a bedtime. And a curfew. We've heard up here in the booth that this could get interesting the closer to 9:45 we go. The home plate umpire's got business to attend to. It's going to be very interesting.
He might want to get home and put some ice on that ankle, or maybe that he took a shot off of in the first quarter or in the first game.
1-1 the counts. Next pitch from Spatafor upstairs. Well, we might beat the 9:45 closing time here, but if we don't,
we'll see.
We'll see what happens. 2-1 the count to Walton. This pitch in the dirt as Knight grabs it. 3-1. Every once in a while, Matt, I feel a draft come in from our open window where you're filming, and I'm like, man, is it cold out there. 3-1 inside, and a walk here on 5 pitches sends the leadoff batter aboard. Again, it reminds me of how fortunate we are to have heat in here.
Especially since you decided to wear short sleeves and shorts.
Well, never let it be said that I am smart, because I would disagree. Ellis to the plate now. Pair of walks in this ball game. And I think we're going to get ourselves a balk here. Yep. So Spatafor, again, limited innings, meaning 0 that you have found.
We got confirmation from the side of us there. Yep, this is his first appearance on the hill.
So the balk will send Walton into scoring position. Ellis, pair of walks, reached on a fielder's choice. Has an RBI in this second game, but he has been doing it from the hill here, keeping the Doddridge offense at bay. First pitch missing outside the zone. 1-0 the counts. Spatafor from the stretch. Next pitch drops out of the zone again. 2-0 the counts. Raiders leading 8-0 second game. Spatafor gives a couple of looks out to Walton. He'll come with the pitch. The curveball gets away, and that will send Walton over to third, and a 3-0 count now to Ellis. Preston Green in the on-deck circle. And you think about this game in terms of possibilities. Just as in that bottom of the sixth in game one, there were still base runners aboard, and you were thinking, man, Doddridge might end this thing in the sixth. If they played a couple more, they would have with a 10-run rule. And for Roane County, we're in the fifth inning, which is where you need to be. And if the Raiders could get 2, maybe, the possibilities. 3-0 pitch coming here, and Ellis has the take sign, and he will not see a strike. He has walked 3 of his 4 plate appearances in game 2. Runners at the corners, and I believe Mullen was already out of the dugout, standing beside Nate White, the assistant coach. So Ellis will go have a seat after the walk. And Preston Green will come in. 1 for 2. He lined one dead center field as Jones in that third inning came in to make a nice grab. Green does have a single and a run scored in this one. And once again, he has swung the bat today. He has hit the ball every single plate appearance, Matt, except for the walk in the first inning in this one.
Yeah, he's just been making contact with just not been able to find a gap.
1-0 pitch in the dirt. Whoa, this one hits off of the face mask of Knight, and he lost that one. It went all the way over to the third base dugout side. That thing just ricocheted as if it were, jumping off of a trampoline.
Yeah, off the ground and right off of the face mask, and tough to be able to find that one when it came in so hard.
So the wild pitch E1 will send a run home, 9-0, and that will move the pinch runner Mullen out to second and into scoring position. 2-0 count to Green. That one's going to get away. Uh-oh. Knight caught that one quickly. He'll fire down in time. Wow. What an arm by Dylan Knight, and nothing Mullen can do there, Matt, as that one ricocheted back to Knight halfway back, and he has got the cannon. Whew.
Yeah, it's a big play from behind the plate. I got caught watching again. I kind of missed that one down at third. I'm sorry.
I'll just tell people what happened. Don't worry.
Yeah, you tell them, and I'm going to apologize because I'm not as good on the camera as Katie Nutter.
Yeah, we can't all be really, really good. 1 out now here in the top of the fifth. Base is empty and a 3-0 count. Green wanted to swing at that one, but he had the take sign. 3-1 now. Cam Ash on deck. 9-0 Roane County here in the top of the fifth inning of game 2. 3-1 pitch in the dirt, and Green will head to first as soon as he figures it out. That is ball 4. What strike did we miss? So what we thought was a 3-1 count and a ball 4 turned out to be a strikeout. I'll never let it be said that I pay attention, Matt. Sometimes I'm out in la-la land. 2 outs now in the inning. And Ash coming to the plate. He has walked all 3 plate appearances in this one. And a little dome music there on the hanging curveball from Spatafor, 1-0. And Ash has had 3 straight 3-2 counts. He has fought off some pitches and worked these pitchers and got all 3 of them to walk him. Healthy cuts on that pitch. 1-1.
Jones out in center is killing me.
Trying to stay warm?
Trying to stay warm.
1-2 as Ash lets that one go by on the outside corner.
He's out there doing some calisthenics in the center field.
9-0, Roane County. Base is empty here. Spatafor into the windup, and he'll lose this one inside. And you know he was frustrated about that. He wanted to get out of the inning, and that one plunks Ash. I'm not going to do it in the rear.
That one's got a sting as cold as it is out right now. That one's really got to smart a bit.
Boy, I had to really bite my tongue on that one. You guys hopefully know what I was thinking there. Okay, so hit by pitch, and Ash aboard here at first. Noah Jett comes to the plate, swings at the first offering, and rips a single up the gut. The inning will continue. Good piece of hitting by Jett. Oftentimes, Matt, we hear that the first strike you see could be the best one, and that was the case.
Yeah, that was certainly perfect setup for one to drive right up the gut.
I'll bring up Ethan Collins. His last plate appearance, he turned on one and ripped a single into the gap between short and third base. He'll look on as Spatafor throws low on the first offering. Collins also walked, stole a base, and scored in that big 7-run second. He is 1 for 2 here in game 2. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1. If Roane County could somehow find a way to plate Ash from second, they will have a 10-run lead going into the bottom of the 5th. The 1-1 pitch, Collins fouls it into the cage. Spatafor up in the counts, 1-2.
Just want to try to protect the plate here. Just try to get the bat out there and make contact.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss, and Collins goes down. Spatafor able to limit the damage to 1, so we'll move to the bottom of the 5th. Roane County leading 9-0. Moving into the bottom of inning number 5 here in game 2 of our doubleheader. Roane County continues to lead Doddridge, now 9-0. Another run plated in the top half of the 5th for Roane County. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on base. Again, the Bulldogs defeated Roane County in the first contest 10-2. This was a 4-2 ball game moving into the 6th inning, but that big 6-run 6th, the difference for the Bulldogs. Roane County's big inning in this one came in the 2nd. They got 1 in the 1st, added that big 7-run 2nd, and then again 1 more here in the 5th. So to the bottom of the 5th we go. And the bottom of the order for the Bulldogs, 8-9-1, Ian Spatafor, Tanner Blake, and Dylan Knight. Spatafor, the 5th pitcher of record here in the 2nd contest. And he did not do badly for his first time on the hill in that 5th inning. Did give up the 1 run, but limited the damage.
No, certainly that's a good outing.
We'll see if Cole Ellis can continue to pitch well here. In the last 3 innings, he has been good. He has struck out 7 of the 9 outs. Spatafor was one of the ones he did not get. Spatafor blooped that single to right field in the 2nd inning on the play that Shadrach Greathouse nearly made a Sports Center top 10 play. Swing and a miss on the first offering, 0-1. And Ellis comes right back with an outside corner pitch called strike 2. 0-2 the count. And again, we talked about this, Matt. Ellis is getting ahead in these counts with these batters, and that means he is able to work the kind of pitches he wants to work. What do we got going on here?
His breaking pitches have been working very well.
So the 0-2 count here. Spatafor digs in. Ellis into the windup. The pitch called ball. It looked like the home plate umpire flinched there. That's why I'm calling it a strike when he does, I think. 1-2 the count. I'm going to give it a second here.
Yeah, don't put it in pin just yet.
1-2 pitch, curveball. I won't. That is tattooed into center field, but it will drop out of the sky as fast as it got out there. And Collins played that one well. He moved to his left about 10 yards and makes the out. That was heavy contact, though, on the bat of Spatafor.
Yeah, it looked good. You know, from where we were sitting, it looked like he got all of that one, but it just fell, like you said, out of the sky a little bit. I think we're going to get maybe a pinch hitter here.
And we got number 41 coming in.
Zane Weaver.
Senior Zane Weaver. He does have a batting average listed at .333 on the season. His first appearance here tonight in this doubleheader. Comes with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th, and the base is empty. The first pitch, a curveball that drops out of the zone. 1-0 the counts. Roane County got 1 in the 1st, the big 7-run 2nd, 1 more in the 5th. And they lead 9-0 here in the bottom of inning number 5. 1-0 pitch from Ellis, missing inside, 2-0 the counts.
Yeah, Weaver, 1 hit out of 3 at-bats, but he does have 3 RBIs on the season.
Must have been a good one. Ellis into the windup, the 2-0 pitch down the middle, swung on, maybe foul tipped into the glove. 2-1 the count. The leadoff man is Dylan Knight. He is in the on-deck circle, ready to come to the plate. Ellis dealing with Weaver first. The pitch called, ball just a little bit high. And I know what's going on. Okay, so home plate umpire, there's some lights shining in from left field from someone who is just had enough of the cold weather. Trying to sneak a peek over there in left field, and they can't see through the green tarp. Well, Ellis dealing with his belt again. 3-1 the count here to Zane Weaver.
Needs to get him a rodeo belt buckle or something to keep that thing situated.
Matt, that would be just fitting for him to come out here in a rodeo belt buckle. I could see it happening. It'd cause some problems on the follow-through. The 3-1 pitch, high heat. That one swung on, fouled out of play. And the count full now to Weaver. Bottom 5th, 1 out, no one on. And Roane County leading 9-0. We're inching closer and closer to a 9:45 p.m. time, and we'll talk about that again here in a sec. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on a nasty drop curve. And Ellis now has 8 strikeouts on the night. Comes back after going down 3-1 to Weaver and gets the strikeout. Back tonight in the top of the order. Knight 0 for 1, walked in the first inning, struck out in the third. Knight has been great, though, behind the plate for 5 separate pitchers in this second contest.
And he pitched pretty well in that first one.
Yeah, scattered 2 hits, and only one of them caused damage. It was a 2 RBI double for Josh Walton, and that's pretty much all that Knight gave up as the winning pitcher in Game 1. First pitch missing.
Just let his defense do work for him.
Ellis goes to the edge and gets the swing and a miss. 1-1. 2 outs, no one on here in the bottom of the 5th. Raiders leading 9-0. Ellis shakes off the first couple of offers from Epling. Comes with the pitch. That one missing low. 2-1 the counts. Again, Raiders will be in action 2 more times this week. At Parkersburg Catholic tomorrow, at Hoover on Saturday. We won't be there for those games due to prior commitments from both myself and Matt White. We'll be back on Tuesday next week. 2-1 the count tonight. Curveball dropping right over the plate. That was beautiful movement. 2-2.
You got to think Knight was waiting. Didn't even flinch at that one. He's waiting for maybe a fastball, try to find something he can drive.
The windup, a 2-2 pitch. Good stop behind the plate on the one hopper. Count full to leadoff hitter Dylan Knight. See if Epling can find the mark here. The windup, the payoff pitch, and that one hangs over the head of Knight. And Ellis, with 2 outs, will lose the first batter in the order. That will bring up Dawson Pumphrey. 0 for 2, called out on batter interference in the first, struck out swinging in inning number 3. Ellis cold too. He wants out of here, just like the rest of the teams. First pitch missing low. They'll send Knight. And again, Roane County not concerned at the moment with the runner on the bases. Just trying to get this 3rd out of the inning. 1-0 the count to Pumphrey.
Yeah, you got to be careful anytime you're going to make that throw. We saw Epling airmail one, well, 2 of them back-to-back earlier in the ball game. Smart play there just to stuff that one in the pocket. Try to get the hitter that's up here right now.
They're going to send Knight again. Here's a hit-and-run opportunity. Ellis moving over, doesn't get to it in time. That's going to score a run. I thought Cole might be able to get to it. It just was out of his reach, and Scafella, who was over at second, trying to help hold the runner on. So a hit-and-run opportunity worked to perfection for Pumphrey. Not only did he beat the play at first, he gets an RBI as Knight was running. So the first run of the game here scored in the bottom of the 5th. 9-1 now, Roane County leading. That'll bring up the shortstop Sutton when he ripped a triple. His last plate appearance, called strike at the knees for this one. He's 1 for 1. He walked in the first inning as well. 0-1 the count. And again, Ellis having some problems with the belt.
Has anybody got some Baylor twine that they can loan that guy?
Yeah, shoestring always works. It did back in the day for me. Here comes the pitch, fouled off first base side. 0-2, sorry, to Sutton. Roane County got the first 2 out. A line drive to center on Spatafor's shot. A strikeout of Blake. And then a walk to Dylan Knight. RBI single by Pumphrey. Here comes the 0-2 curveball, ripped down the line in foul territory. Sutton made clean contact with that one. We're now 7 minutes shy of 9:45, and that's the time that we have heard that the home plate umpire has got to go. We'll see what happens. See if he holds himself to that.
If that's the case, they need to prorate that check that they gave him when he walked through the door.
Here comes the 0-2, swing and a miss, and Epling tags out Sutton as well to make sure it happened, and that is 9 for Ellis. In the last 3 innings, he has struck out 9. We move to the 6th inning, and it's a 9-1 Roane County lead. We welcome you back to the Doddridge County High School Baseball Complex. We are into the 6th. And after 5 complete, Roane County leads Doddridge in Game 2 of our Twin Bill 9-1. As the Bulldogs finally break through with an RBI single by Dawson Pumphrey, scoring Dylan Knight after his walk. 9-1, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. To the 6th we go, and for the 2nd inning, we'll see Spatafor on the hill. And Roane County will have 9-1-2 coming to the plate. Ben Greathouse, Lane Epling, Andrew Scafella due up here in the top of the 6th. Doddridge took game 1 10-2. Roane County trying to split the doubleheader here before the weekend. They've got Parkersburg Catholic tomorrow on the road, and then Hoover on Saturday also on the road. Greathouse, the first to face off. He'll turn on this one, rip it high into the night sky, left field area, moving over, and making the grab is what I assumed to be Jacob DeHaven. That was the last one I had over there. How about that? Greathouse just getting under that one a bit. 1 pitch, 1 out. Efficiency for
Back to the top of the order.
Spatafor and the defense. Epling.
Lane Epling.
Greathouse before that, by the way. 2 RBIs on that single back in the 2nd. Epling digs in. He'll turn on the first pitch, rip it right at Coach Buddy Huffman's head. Coach gets out of the way of that one. 0-1 the count. Lane has walked twice in the game, singled and scored in the 1st inning. It's 9:42, and again, unofficially, we hear that this home plate umpire is heading out of this building at 9:45. That's going to happen. It's going to happen to a lot of boo birds. A lot of people stuck around here in the freezing cold for this game. Next pitch, this one ripped up the middle, and Epling breaks through with another base hit. And the Raiders, again, they've swung the bats the entirety of this doubleheader. This is the game where they've actually found the holes in the defense here and there from Doddridge. A 1-out single, Scafella to the plate. He singled and had an RBI in the 2nd inning. He's 1 for 4. Ripped a line drive right at Sutton at least once in this one. He'll square it a bunt. That curveball hangs up there, and Epling will swipe seconds with no throw. 1-0 count.
Yeah, Epling just got a big jump on that one. Scaff was over there showing bunt.
Somebody questioning something on the way Scafella's standing. I don't know. Maybe they didn't like his choice of cleats. Want to know the counts. Whatever that was, it's over. Here comes the pitch, slow and away. Good stop again. My goodness. That's 99% stop percentage behind the plate for Knight. And that keeps Epling at second.
Shoot, one of them that he didn't stop, he threw a guy out at third.
Yes, that's right. 2-0 to Scaff. Spatafor comes with the pitch, high and tight, a little chin music. 3-0. And we are now less than a minute away from 9:45. Just wondering if it's going to be a hard stop to the ball game or what's going to happen here. The tension is killing me. 3-0. Scaff fakes the bunt and pulls back for strike one. And there it is, 9:45. Okay, he hasn't moved yet. Home plate umpire still here. 3-1 to Scafella. Spatafor fires one low and away. And a 5-pitch walk issued. Runners now at first and second for Walton. And Josh had that 2 RBI double in the first game. He's got 2 RBIs on a single in this one. He also walked and scored on a wild pitch in the 5th inning.
He's had himself a very nice evening.
Boy, Epling got a massive jump on that one. As soon as Spatafor turned, Epling took off, and he was almost to third by the time that pitch got home. So runners advancing to second and third, and a 1-0 count to Walton.
Another nice opportunity here for Walton. Like I said, he's had 4 RBIs already on the evening.
Walton fakes the pitch, throws over to third. Epling safe and racy. Hanging on to that ball just a little bit longer to see if Epling will go off of the base paths. 1-0 to Walton. Runners in scoring position in the the top of the 6th. Roane County leading 9-1. Oh, healthy cut on that pitch. Walton misses, though, 1-1. Ellis on deck. Roane County up 9-1, trying to split the doubleheader with the Bulldogs. 1-1 pitch. This one chopped over towards third. This is going to be a tough play for Spatafor. He will throw down, not in time. The throw gets away. 1 run will score. Here comes Scaff trying to hustle through. The throw, not in time. And Scafella slides in safely. And 2 runs score on that chopper from Walton. That was better than a swinging bunt.
Yeah, that one worked out very well for Roane County. It was going to be a tough throw for Spatafor. He had to make a big jump off the mound to try to field that one. Unfortunately, the ball got away. 2 runs scored. Good hustle around the base pass from Scaff, getting in all the way from second, giving Roane County the 11-1 lead now, top of the 6th.
Base is empty. Here's one chopped back to the mound. They'll throw to second. They'll get the lead runner over to first, and they've got the interesting 1-6-3 double play. Roane County gets 2, though. We move to the bottom of the 6th. Roane County can end it with a 10-run lead after this. Moving into the bottom of inning number 6, Roane County now leading 11-1. And the Raiders have an opportunity to end this one here in the bottom of the 6th. They got 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and no one left on in the top half of the 6th inning. It was an interesting way to do it, as they got a single by Epling, followed by Scafella's walk. Epling stole second, ended up stealing third, and Scafella moved on to second. And following that, we had a ground ball bunt, swinging bunt for Josh Walton that perfectly stopped in between the pitcher, the catcher, and the third baseman. Racy took it, and Racy threw it over to first. It was not in time. It also got away. So you give credit for Walton's infield single and 1 RBI, and then the errant throw scoring the second runner. And right after that, Cole Ellis hits into a 1-6-3 double play to finish off the inning. So we move to here, the bottom of the 6th, and Ellis is going to see 4, 5, and 6. Aiden Eddy, Hunter Racy, Jacob DeHaven. If he can get out of this inning without any damage, the Raiders will win it an inning early. The question was answered. Would the home plate umpire skirt out of here at exactly 9:45? He's still there behind Epling, so we're good to go for at least a little bit. Eddie's first to the plate. He's 0 for 2, popped out in the first and struck out in the third. Ellis has been great here today, as he has struck out 9 batters in the last 4 innings. He'll rock and fire here in the first batter of the 6th. Eddie swings and misses. 0-1. Cole into the windup. This one, fastball, swung on and missed again. 0-2. And again, we've talked about it. Ellis ahead in all these counts. It makes it tough for the hitters because you got to guess when you're behind.
And when you're behind, you've got to protect the plate. See if it's even questionable, you got to take a swing.
0-2, curveball, and a swing and a miss. And Epling tags out Eddie just to be sure. And there is strikeout number 10, double figures for Ellis in the last 4 innings alone. Tell you what, we said it in that 3rd inning that he just looks comfortable tonight, and it hasn't shaken off yet. 3 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 1 more here in the 6th as Racy steps to the plate. And he goes chasing the high heater. Racy 0 for 2. He's hit the ball both times, grounded out to Scafella in the 1st and popped out to Scafella in the 4th.
What I like so much about how Cole's pitching this evening is everything is just really smooth. He's not, trying to overdo it on his fastballs. Just everything just is the same kind of delivery. And I think when you see that same body language every single time and every single pitch, it makes it even more difficult to be able to pick up exactly what is going through the head of Cole whenever he's out there pitching.
Again, as we said, he's an emotional guy, an emotional pitcher. Right now, he's just been calmed down. Ellis going to get himself a warm-up pitch or 2. As Racy ready to go back in now. 0-1 the count, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Roane County leading by 10, trying to end it here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 0-1 pitch right over Main Street. 0-2. And sometimes when Cole gets fired up, he gets to humping up on things and maybe overthrows a bit, but he has not done that since maybe the first walk in the 1st inning.
Yeah, maybe not. I mean, we've barely even heard the old tennis grunt out of him, but once or twice.
The Serena Williams tennis grunt.
Okay, what's the hold up here again?
Not sure. And now we've got some healthy banter back and forth. 0-2 the count. Racy back in. Ellis drops a curve. This one over towards Green at short. Going to have to hustle the throw again. And look at Green. Oh, my goodness. Green made the play. Unfortunately, the throw was just a bit errant, and it pulled Jet off of the bag. Jet disagrees. Boy, he thought he was on the bag, but, man, I tell you, that was a great play by Green. He just threw it a little bit wide on the run, Matt, and Racy is aboard.
Yeah, I mean, Jet made a really good stretch over there to make that play. Yeah, that's just unfortunate if his back foot came off the bag a little bit. But.
So one out runner aboard, and DeHaven steps in, rips the first one foul. DeHaven 0 for 2 here, a strikeout in the second, and then a ground out to Cam Ash over at third in inning number 4. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Roane County trying to end it here. They lead 11-1. This pitch, that one rifled down the line. Is it going to stay fair? No. That would have been extra base possibilities for DeHaven. It just had a lot of turn on it. Greathouse was over there quickly. He may have kept it to a single.
Yeah, he got to that ball pretty quick. It probably would have been able to hold him to a single because Racy over there at first had to hold up to see whether or not that ball was going to be caught or, if it was going to stay foul or fair.
So the count 0-2 now to DeHaven. The pitch, high heat, and he'll foul it off. Stays alive to see another one. The important run right now is the one you don't want to score, which is Racy at first. Roane County leading by 10. 11-1, trying to end it here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jared Jones in the on-deck circle for the Bulldogs. 0-2 pitch, fastball, called, strike 3 right there on the edge. And Ellis has strikeout number 11.
Yeah, he's just been really in a zone. Like I said, pretty much since that second inning.
And we're going to get ourselves a pinch hitter here, Matt's number 6.
Landon Parrish.
Landon Parrish, who we saw in the first game in the field.
Parrish played in left field and was pinch hit for
by Pumphrey
in that game 1.
So Ellis with 2 outs and a runner on first, trying to end it here in the bottom of the 6th. His first opportunity against Parrish here tonight. First pitch, fastball over Main Street. Looked on for strike 1. This has been a very magical performance for Ellis. He is scattered at the moment 3 base hits in this ball game amongst the 6 innings of work. He has struck out 11. Well, they're going to throw it out to second. They've got the runner at second.
There was some confusion on that one because Parrish was trying to call for timeout, and the umpire did not allow it.
Just as crazy as it starts. So here's what happened, folks. So Parrish was trying to call timeout, but he did it midway through the windup too late. The home plate umpire did not credit him for the timeout. Ellis threw one over the head of his catcher, Epling, because he looked up and saw that the batter was out of the box. Ellis goes, come on, what's going on here? Meanwhile, Epling fields it from behind the backstop, throws to second, throws out the runner. We're done. What?
Well, like you said, just as crazy as it starts, that's as crazy as it finishes. It's a wild ending, but what a great performance by Cole Ellis here in this ball game. Was at 11 strikeouts, I think, in the game. He's up here waving at us in the booth. He liked that one.
Talk about the roller coaster of emotions for Cole Ellis. He went from mad, angry, questionable to as happy as anybody could be here in the bottom of the 6th. Roane County wins it. They split the doubleheader 11-1 here in Game 2. We'll take a break for our sponsors. Come back, recap, give you the stats, and we'll have our Willard C. Starcher Auto Parts Players of the Game after this message. We welcome you back to the Doddridge County High School baseball facility 2 minutes after the hour of 10 o'clock. And we are done here for the doubleheader. Roane County taking Game 2 in the bottom of the 6th inning, 11-1. Doddridge took Game 1, 10-2 in the full 7 innings of work. This second ball game was an early good inning for Roane County, making the difference. Roane County plated 1 in the first, and they got out to a quick lead. Ellis, in the bottom of the first inning, he walked the first batter and the third batter, but was able to get out of that inning with runners at second and third, a batter interference, and then a pop fly out, followed by a ground out to Scafella. And Roane County got out of the inning with no damage. To the second, it was a big one for the Raiders. They batted around the order. They scored 7 runs on 4 base hits, and they took an 8-run lead at that moment. They never looked back because after that little bit of a shaky couple of walk first inning, Cole Ellis was masterful. And how masterful was he in that one? Ellis, in the next 5 innings of work, gave up just 3 hits the entire game, walked just 1 batter. Meanwhile, he struck out 11 in the next 5 innings. His defense was behind him when he didn't strike out batters. They made big plays. Check out this stat. 0 errors defensively for Roane County in this one. It
big
was
switch around from the Game 1.
Absolutely. Statistically speaking, for the Bulldogs, 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 5 left on base. For Roane County, they got 11 runs on 9 hits, just 2 errors defensively for the Bulldogs, and 11 Roane County runners left on base. The reason for that, though, is they had bases loaded 3 separate times in this ball game. Ellis gets the victory, and he was good. 6 innings of work, 11 strikeouts, 3 walks, hit. He gave up just 3 hits, 1 run, and only 1 earned run in the ball game. Roane County offensively was good in Game 2. Lane Epling, the leadoff hitter, 2 for 3. He scored 3 runs and walked twice. Scafella, 1 for 4 with an RBI, a pair of runs scored and a walk. Josh Walton continued to be good in Game 2, 2 for 4, 3 more RBIs. He had 5 on the day, a run and a walk. Cole Ellis, he was 0 for 2, but he had an RBI. He walked 3 times in this ball game and scored a run. Well, his pinch runner did in Mullen. Preston Green continued to hit the ball. He didn't get credit for a lot of it today, but he was 1 for 3 with a run scored and a walk. Cam Ash, 0 for 0 in Game 2. He was walked 3 times and hit by a pitch. He scored a run and had an RBI on one of those walks. Noah Jett got a base hit here in Game 2, 1 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. Ethan Collins, a really nice base hit today as well, 1 for 3 with a run scored and a stolen base. Ben Greathouse ripped a single in that big second inning, scoring 2 RBIs, a walk, and a run in this one. So we sacrificed and split the doubleheader with the Bulldogs in a big 11-1 victory here in Game 2.
Yeah, big turnaround in that second game from the first. The defense played wonderful. You didn't have to make those fielding and throwing errors, though, when Cole Ellis is striking out 11. Just a really nice way to cap it off. You know, the first game, was a little frustrating. You know, you hit the ball well, and it just went right to the defenders every single time. Game 2, you come out, you're able to find the gaps in the defense. Your pitching is great, and it just turned out to be a fantastic evening.
So that'll do it for you tonight. It's time for Matt White, though, to distribute our Willard C. Starcher Auto Parts Players of the Game Award. Spoiler alert on defense, huh?
Well, probably a spoiler alert on both. Yeah, we'll give you the obvious one. Defense, I think they're both obvious myself.
Yeah.
Cole Ellis, 6 innings, 11 strikeouts, only 3 walks, only give up 3 hits, and the 1 earned run. And then offensively, Walton again. Josh Walton, he was 2 for 4, 3 RBIs, a run scored, and a walk in Game 2. 5 RBIs on the evening for that young man. So congratulations to those 2 guys. Cole Ellis and Josh Walton are Game 2 Willard C. Starch Auto Parts Players of the Game.
Roane County improves to 6-6, 5-5 in conference. They'll be in action tomorrow night at Parkersburg Catholic. They'll round out the week against Herbert Hoover on the road. Our next sports broadcast is next Tuesday, as the Lady Raiders will be in sectional tournament action for a 5 p.m. first pitch at Lewis County High School. Lady Raiders start their postseason run right there. Appreciate you joining us on WVRC 104.7 FM, WVRCFM.com, and, of course, on our Facebook Facebook live stream for our entire broadcast crew. George Allen, our studio technician back at WVRC Control. Matt White, pulling double duty, camera person and color commentator. I'm Andrew Miller. Have a wonderful night, everyone.